everyone. Thank you for coming for this special seminar. Today we have two speakers from our neighbor, from Malaysia, Professor Dr. Rozalina Zakaria. Thank you, Prof, for coming from University of Malaya, um, and also Professor Dr. Mohamed, I think, right? Mohamed Ambri Mohamed. Wow. There are two name of prophet in your name. Right? Or is it your father's name or something like that? Oh, that's okay. That's I see. So it's like typically like bin. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Professor Amri from Center for Research and Instrumentation Management, and also the topic of today's seminar is elevating research excellence and global reputations. Because our speaker, they are very outstanding researcher. For example, Professor Rozalina, she has top 2% scientists by Stanford University in 2024 and 2025. Wow, very good. So we will talk in English, I think, because I know the student, they speak English better than me. Yeah. So for the first speaker, please welcome Professor Rozalina. Please, the time is.
Thank you so much.
Maybe
Thank you so much to uh, the Pak Syarif. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. My name is Rozalina Zakaria from Photonics Research Center, University of Malaya. This is a Photonics Research Center. Is one of the high center of excellence in University of Malaya. One of the research center that we have less teaching, but we have more research. So that is why it's contributing to my top 2% scientists from 2024 and 2025. Okay, because of today's topic, we're going to talk about global reputation, and I would like to briefly discuss about University Malaya QS World University Ranking in 2026. Okay, we built up from 17th to 58 in 2026. We are number one Malaysia for 5 of 9 indicators. So we are really perform in academic reputation, employer reputation, employment outcomes, international research network, and sustainability. Actually, we are doing now is we are in the 4th one international research network. Okay, this is rank from number 15 from QS World University Ranking in Asia 2026. So UM advances to the top 1% universities in Asia. So we are third in Southeast Asia. Remains Malaysia's number one university, improved in 10 out of 9 indicators. So we are really proud of University Malaya. Okay, but it won't stop us from moving forward. Okay, then is a QS Global MBA ranking for 2026. This is based on inaugural participant. As announced on 17th of September 2025, we are ranked in a band 151 to 200 globally, 23rd jointly in Asia, and second jointly in Malaysia. So this is one of the faculty who been awarded with this Faculty of Business and Economics in the global ranks of 2026. So in the Asia university ranking, now is 2026, rank number 65. Okay, right. I think top 10% from out of 2,191 universities worldwide and join number one ranked university in Malaysia. So I open up any question after our presentation that if you want to ask and how and what contributes to our performance. Okay, this I would like to briefly discuss historically of University Malaya. It started from 1905, where King Edward VII College of Medicine in Singapore, with Raffles College Singapore, and it be up to 1928 and 1949. Raffles College was merged with King Edward VII College of Medicine to become of University of Malaya. So we are really closely like brothers to University of Singapore. Before we separated in 1962, where University of Singapore becomes National University of Singapore, and we become University of Malaya. So we still, keep the name of Malaya rather than Malaysia. So these are our top management from Professor Datuk Sri IR Dr. Nur Azwan, and then we have all the top management people. And what is the vision of University Malaya? So our vision is to be a global university impacting the world. So, and our mission is to pushing the boundaries of knowledge and nurturing aspiring leaders. So we have points where patient, oneness, integrity, sincerity, and empathy. profiles, we have 21 faculties, we have 2,125 lecturers, we have 300 professors, we still have more than 200 academic programs, we have 58 research centers, we have 5 national centers, we have 6,553 VWOS corpus publication in 2024. When it touch about publication, we are really emphasis to encourage our students to publish in WOS rather than in Scopus. So it's a requirement for the students to graduate from the PhD to have 2 publications in WOS. That is where that we encourage students and professors or lecturers to always publish in WOS. So we have 20,000 undergraduates and 6,000 pre-degrees, so become 18,000 postgraduate with total enrollment of 44,000. Okay, this is a PPUM. PPUM stands for Pusat Perubatan University Malaya, PPUM. We have this is all the facilities that we have in PPUM. PPUM is one of the most established hospital where we have our clinicals doctor, we have houseman doctor, and always have a top university hospital. Okay, broad-based research intensive university where we have 14 faculties, 2 academics, 2 centers, and 3 institutes. So you can go through there. We have arts and social sciences, we have built environment, business, economy, and so on. I think it's not far away from University of Indonesia. This is our top notable local alumni. where we have our Prime Minister now, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim, was alumni of University of Malaya. Tan Sri Datuk Dr. Zati Akhtar is one previous Bank Negara people, and there's all the top management, top people. Okay, and these alumni also. Okay, University Malaya Medical Center, PPUM. This also one is a comprehensive healthcare services in Malaysia, and accreditation and recognition of University Malaya. We have flag barrier of Malaysia, so it's US ranking now 58, world ranking Asia number 12, impact ranking 25, and green metric of 34. So we still have green in our campus. Okay, I think normally like we have like courses for top rank 50, where namely arts and humanities, social sciences and management, and engineering and technology. So we have a rank about 51 to 100 is arts and humanities, engineering and technology, life sciences and medicine, natural sciences and social sciences and management. So Malaysia's top and most accredited research university, we have Research University, WOS, where we are focusing on WOS index papers, corpus index papers, field weighted citation impact, IPRS is patent, patents field, and patent granted. So these all the elements that contributed to this Malaysia's top and most accredited Malaysian research university. Okay, I think these are accredited professional body. The Bachelor of Chemical Engineering. So we have Royal Society of Chemistry, Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors, United Kingdom, and we also have Royal Institute of British Architects, Association of Advanced College School of Business, and Washington Accord. Okay, these are the Bachelor of Accountancy, where we have the bachelor degree recognition and accredited from those of association. And also we have, this is from Master of Clinical, and this is Master degree. This is all the recognition from body abroad bodies. Also, this is also the same. Okay, here again, different courses, different with the different accreditation. Right. Okay. This is AU, an Asian University Network assessment at institutional level, where is the only institution in Malaysia granted from the period of 13 June 2018 to 12 June 2023. So the program has been assessed basically on Bachelor of Science in Physics, Bachelor of Arts, Anthropology and Sociology, Arts, Master of Arts, Usuluddin Sharia, English Language, Early Childhood Education, International Masters in Asian Studies, and Master of Public Health. So we have academic programs where we have collaborative academic program from the whole wide world, from Germany, United Kingdom, Japan, Indonesia, Australia, China, and France. Double degree undergraduate programs also, we have Bachelor of Languages and Institute in Linguistic from for French language, and also Bachelor of Language and Linguistic from German language. So this is double degree program. Research at UM. 5 national high COEs were PRC-UM, Photonics Research Center, University of Malaya is one of the 5 national high COEs. Okay, we have UMPDAC, IOAS, TDRAC, and NanoCap. where we have two Academy of Science Research Center, namely National Center for Particle Physics, and another one is Antarctic National. And we have 50 research centers where you can go on to umresearch.um.edu.my, and one UMCOE, or Center of Research in Biotechnology of Agriculture. So 10 University Malaya Trust Area, where we have nuclear energy, we have semiconductor and chips, artificial intelligence and digital robotic. We have defense and security asset and inventory innovation and creation. We have a comprehensive medical and health spectrum excellent. We have food sustainability and security. We have nanotechnology and quantum exploration. We have space science and new engineering spectrum. We also have rare earth and critical minerals, and also not to last is a social science, advancement in economic, smart science, finance, social, international, and law and geopolitical spectrum. Okay, these are the named centers of excellence. We have from AI, innovative medical device, and so on. So international co-authorship from 2014 and 2024, we have about as December, this is all the uh, uh, value recorded up to December 2024, where mainly are from Asia Pacific, where we have 2,304. Okay, field weighted citation impact of all journal categories from UM. Also, UM is higher than the world average in 43 out of 50. Internalization and strategic partnership. So our global partners, they are our global partners from Africa, Asia, Europe, North Africa, South Africa, and Oceania. International partners in University Malaya, Asian University Network Disability and Public Policy Network, Asia Pacific Academic Consortium for Public Health, National Cheng Kung University Overseas Hub in Malaysia, Academy of Science Malaysia, both ASM centers are in National Antarctic Research Center, and National Center of Particle Physics. So we also are partners with Asian Core Program, where Kyoto University International Center for Human Resource Development in Environmental Management, Global Center for Education and Research on Human Security Engineering for Asian megacities, and also Japan Security for the Promotion of Science. So, okay, this is Global Network memberships. leadership role in global networks. Right, we have Asian University Network, APRU, Asian Universities Alliance. Okay, I applied under AUA, Asian Universities Alliance, in 2018 to come here in 2018, as I received international funding for this program. Under this program, and we have Association of Commonwealth University, as well as we have International Association of University, IAU. These are the academia industry partnership, internalization or international campus community, academic staff international. We have about 272 international academic staff. International undergraduate enrollment for foreigners, we have about 1,570. International postgrad enrollment, we have the most, for this, 8,719. Inbound, 4,000 plus. Outbound, 4,000 plus. Activities for mobility students, we have UMWOW Exchange, KL Explorers, International Popcorn Night, Talent Night, and so on. Places of interest, right? Okay, Dewan Tengku Chancellor. This is the oldest building, and we always have this building for graduation. Museum of Art, Asian Arts. Okay, Malay Ethnographic Museum, Rimba Ilmu, and that's all for my presentation today. Thank you so much.
So, Professor Rozalina, if you don't mind, because many of the audience are students, so can you also say something about the potential student to study in Malaysia, for example?
Oh, yes. Okay, should I say the opportunities are always open? Uh, I think, what should I say? Because of the University of Malaya have uh, built the rank towards like 4 5 years ago, we rank from normally from 200 become 100, and then we always aim the high. In this case, like if students have opportunity, like you have fun, or we also have fun to find all the students to come and do for a postgraduate study in University Malaya, actually you open up your broad area to many various department or research, because we have about like 50 high center of excellence. High center of excellence is where the centers that we really focus on the excellence of research. That is where I really welcome students that spread your wings, and maybe University Malaya is one of your choice.
And in Malaysian academic system, when is it start for the, I don't know, usually like spring, fall, something like that in Europe? How about in Malaysia? Is it start in July or August for the academic year?
Oh, we starting in September.
Oh,
Then it's September, and then
early
March.
September.
Yeah,
I know.
about the same.
It's like spring and
Yeah.
or something. So Indonesia, I think August. August, yeah.
Oh,
On typically only one, yeah, once a year, except for master and PhD, but
yeah.
two, yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there any questions from the audience? Yeah,
Yeah. Any question?
yeah.
Yeah. Anything that you think that you want to come and visit Rimba Ilmu, or you want to
Yeah.
come and see Dewan Tun Chancellor, or you want to Tengku Chancellor, or you have to come. And then any question that you think that is maybe not really related to
Yeah,
the
it's fine. Yeah.
yeah.
S1 under bachelor.
Uh,
By the way, for the Photonic Research Center, is it also part of the physics department?
Yes. Originally, photonics is under physics department, because photonics is a branch of physics. Yeah, photons and electric, and yeah, so one of the branch of the physics. And then when we grew up from the lab, originally it's from the lab that we do the research and we publish more. We have publication, we have more students, we have international students, we have international staff that we build up. So once the government asked for high center of excellence, so we managed to have this. We success in going through all the process. Yeah, that is where we started. Yeah.
So for discuss about photonic, we will also have another session for tomorrow, I think.
Yes, a workshop.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So
workshop.
please come again tomorrow, yeah, for
Yes.
discuss about
All right.
research. Is there any question from student, maybe? Yeah.
Please ask anything.
Yeah.
Please ask.
CB? How about the online audience. Ada? Belum ada? Ayo yang mau tanya. Bahasa apa aja boleh?
Ya, bahasa Indonesia boleh,
Boleh,
bahasa
ya.
Melayu boleh.
By the way, for the staff, you also have international staff. How is it the system in Malaysia? Is everyone permanent position or
They're not a permanent position. We still, they are contract staff. Because of the element to have rank, to build up your
to
rank.
push them?
Yeah, it's to have a foreigner staff, foreigner students. We have papers, citations, number of students. What else? High COE research centers.
How about in the level of the assistant professor? Is it permanent job or
Assistant.
assistant professor?
Assistant professor depends if you are Malaysian
Mhm.
or Malaysian. Is you will get a permanent.
Permanent.
But if foreigners, international staff, they might have assistant. They can go up to until professor, but they are still contract.
Contract. Ayo, yang mau tanya?
Malu?
Medis mana nih? Atau mau nanti nanyanya kita lanjut?
Ya.
Mau nanya? Sibi mau nanya? Oh, gitu. Langsung.
Ya. Baik, terima kasih.
Terima kasih, Prof. Give applause. Yeah. So, yeah, for the next session, please welcome Professor Dr. Mohamed Ambri. The time is
Thank you, Chairperson. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good evening, everyone. Selamat siang. Siang ya? Masih. Jadi, thank you for inviting me for this session. So, I have prepared my contents actually on the strategy on how we can improve our rankings through research, yeah? And how we can visible globally. So I hope even most of the attendees are students. You can follow my talk because I think in future it might be beneficial to you guys. And maybe this is the UKM journey, specific for UKM, but I think in general, maybe we can imitate where possible for us to improve our ranking. My name is Ambri. My work is at Institute of Micro Engineering and Nano Electronics, IMEN. So I'm a nano guy, and I am seconded to the Research Management Center in UKM for 5 years already. So I set the KPI for university in terms of research, and also I'm part of the committee at the Ministry of Higher Education to develop the rubric or the rubric for research performance measurement, yeah, for the university in Malaysia. Okay, so UKM UM is number one in Malaysia. After UM is UKM lah. Okay, so but anyway, this is the QS World University Ranking for the journey for UKM. We started at around 260 and steadily increased gradually to 160 and 129 and currently at 126 QS. So of course there's a some strategy that we have been applied. In terms of THE, also we improve our ranks since 2016 in the band of 600, and currently in 2026 we are in the band of 300 something. And another one is MARA. MARA is the short term of Malaysia Research Assessment System. So this is applied to all the public and private universities in Malaysia on how they measure the research and development, RDCI, research, development, commercialization, innovation, performance of the university. So these are also the journey of UKM. So they mark from 0 to 100. 10 years ago, our marks is around 60, and currently our mark beyond 94. So there must be something that we did in order to improve our performance in research and innovation. Other than that, MARA is the national assessment tools, but depending on the university, they have their own vision and mission. So for UKM, we are a national university, so we uphold the usage of Bahasa Malaysia as our language. When we deliver lecture as possible, we deliver it in Malay. So this is the UKM motto. They call it teras. Teras in Bahasa. In English, it is called pillars. Pillars, yeah. So each has its meaning. T means talent. E means ethics. R means revitalize. A means agile. S means souls. So if we have these 5 elements, then we can shape ourselves to be better. And each of the pillars, there are homeland, mind, holistic, digital, and concept. So these 5 pillars, our target is to improve only 2. First is graduate employability. Graduate employability means that we want our graduates to be employed. Not only employed, but they will receive high income. High income, yeah? Maybe for starters, they should receive 4,000 ringgit over for fresh graduates. And also, for sustainability, university should generate income. University should generate income. How? Through innovation and patent and commercialization. So this is the only 2 our university target. Graduate employability, GE, and IG, income generation. So this is the pillars or the motto of our university. And then based on that motto, we have the KPI, the main KPI. For example, numbers of publication in national language, and then number of journal, number of product commercialization, number of journal index in WOS Scopus, and then number of journals index in Q1 and Q2. Also, we need to have some strategic networking with our national and international fellows. And then we have also to write a policy paper for the ministry, for the society. Also, we need to get industrial grant from the industry. And international grant, translational grant, where we translate our research to the society, to the industry. Also, we need to have few activities on mentoring the student, mentoring the lecturers, and also we also set the percentage of lecturers who has a project as principal investigator, means that they have research grant. And also we have a KPI for lecturers to have paper published as main author or corresponding author. So these are 10 KPIs related to research we use in our university. Okay, so we set the numbers every year, we set the target, and also we evaluate every quarter of the year. Okay, that is the KPI for the university, and then we had received KPI from the ministry. So they call it MIRA. In MIRA, we have 7 sections. So if you read this 7 sections, we know that it covers all. Number 1 is the quantity and quality of researchers, 10 marks. And then number 2 is quantity and quality of research. First, researchers. We, as the person who conduct the research, make the research that we conduct. How many output we produce, like papers, and how many grants that we get, the income. And then number 3 is quality and quantity of our postgraduates. So how many postgraduate student we have, the ratio between lecturer and students. Okay, and then how many postdocs we hire. Number 4 is innovation. How many research that can be applied for patent, copyrights, or trademarks. So that is innovation. And then section F is professional services and gift. Professional services means that how much service that you can provide, the income that you get from the services you provide. For example, for lab services, this is for the lecturers. And then how many endowment that you can get from the industry, for example. And then 6 is networking and linkages. How many MOAs or MOUs that we buy between institution abroad or locally. And finally, the support facilities. How many laboratories that is accredited by standard bodies, for example. So the industry can come to your lab and do measurement, and your measurement is is verified. How many journals that we subscribe, how many books you have in the library. So these are some of the support facilities. So this 7 section covers all of our business here in academics, including the lecturers, student, facilities, the ecosystem of research, networkings, and all that. Okay. So why and what is MIRA and why we measure this MIRA? This MIRA is an instrument to gauge or to benchmark your performance from the international standard, like what MIT, Harvard, and US do. How good are you between those benchmark in terms of research development, commercialization, and innovation? Another thing is, if the university didn't assess by this tool, they are not qualified to get research grant from the ministry. So this is compulsory. Each of the university need to be evaluated by MIRA. So the officer from the ministry will come and audit the data that we have for this MIRA assessment. And another thing is, this MIRA marks is useful to award the university the status of research university, RU. So in Malaysia, we have 5 research university: UKM, USM, UTM, and UPM. So for research university, like in UE, they receive special fund from the ministry to spur their work in research. So this is the importance of MIRA. So what are the things we have in MIRA? MIRA is an assessment to assess our inputs, process, and output. Okay. So what is our input? Of course, student. Student is our main business, how we can deliver the learning experience to the student. So by providing a good facility, good faculty members, support staff to help in our teaching and learning activity. Of course, another input is infrastructure like library, labs, teaching lab, and then financial resources, for example, grants, contracts, consultation fees, endowment. And also, Myra is a process, how we craft our academic programs, or we provide the training courses, and then in research, do we file a patent, do we transfer it to the industry so the university can get income, okay? And services lah, we offer our expertise to the outside world in terms of consultancy to solve the problem outside. Then in return, we will receive amount of money can be paid to the lecturer and also to the university. And the output is like how many postgrad we produce, how many patents, how many papers, for example. Okay, next is the so these are the marks being given to each of the 7 sections: researchers, students, innovation, services, networking, and support facilities. Okay, so for those who receive marks, can you go back one slide? For those who receive marks more than 100, will receive 6 stars. Marks in between 75 to 100, 5 stars. Okay, so this will give more visibility, can attract students to enroll in the university. Next, the ecosystem of Myra. So this is internal in UKM. How do we gather the data, or how we observe or extract the data for the Myra assessment? It is, I'm not sure in UE, but in UKM we have Research Management Center. So we call it RMC. RMC will record all your research grant. Yep. Then library will record all your publications. Okay, we have CRIM. CRIM is the RMC, Center for Research and Instrumentation Management. And then we have Jotang. So the important things in the Myra assessment is how you're going to present your data. How many books you publish, how many journals you produce, how many training courses that you made, how much money that you earn from the training courses. So it involves a lot of units in the university. For example, here we have 10. RMC number 1 will have the data on the research grants, number of postdoc, accredited labs and research activities. Number 2, the human resources, HR, will collect the data of the number of academic staff and the staff accredit staff where the staff have PhD or if they have a professional certification. So the HR will have this data. And then for strategic UKM, they will gather data on awards and accreditation. Next, academic will gather data on staff, on the student, graduate on time. Okay. Then library will have data on the output, such as publications, such as journals, book chapters. Yeah. So the library will have all this data. And then the Pakarunding is the unit who handle the consultation project. So they have how many projects the researchers have, how much amount of money they collect for the consultation. And Innovation Center, Innovation and Tech Transfer Office. So this is where they have data on the how many patents that they file for the research being conducted in the university. Also, we have law office. We have those memorandum of agreement and memorandum of understanding documents. And then we have hal ehwal jaringan industri masyarakat who have the data on the professional bodies. Are we registered to the academic society? Are we doing the academics, the docent? They participate in any law society? So this is all recorded at the leader's office. And finally, we have ICOMs. ICOMs means community. How many projects they engage with the community and industry. Our research is translated to the industry. Our research solve the problem in the community or industry. Okay, so these 10 entities control all the data for the MyRA assessment. So because data, we need to have some system. So these are the architecture of the system that all of our research output, we reposit it in the system so that we don't have to go to each of the lecturer and ask them, hey, please give me data. Okay? That is not practical. So everything we do is recorded in the system, so we can automatically extract the data. Okay. Okay. So this is the instrument that we gauge for the assessment. We have 4 pillars. Pillars number 1 is academic. Pillars number 2 is economy. Pillars number 3 is social. And pillars number 4 is environment. So you can see that all of this assessment, the most important one is for academic. Yeah. And then in academic, we have all these unit like research grant, collaboration, the quality of our publication. For economy, how much income we generate, how much gift that we can get from the industry, okay, and then our operational budget, and then for social means our relation with the community, with the industry, the STEM project, yeah, with the community, our relation with the government agency. And for environment, of course, with the community and innovation. When we include the effect of environment. Okay, so in MyRA, we have like 60 KPIs. As I mentioned, in the 7th section, we have 60 KPI. For example, how much journal we need. So, for example, in Malaysia, they require for each of the lecturer to produce average two index journal, 2. But depending in each university, for example, if you are professors, you are required to publish 5. Okay, 5 for professors, but for associate professor and for the young lecturer, 3. That is in research university. And I'm sure in UP also produce like that, yeah. So the burden for us is too high, actually. Okay. I'm not going to elaborate one by one, but the most important thing is on the weightage they put for the assessment. The largest weightage they put is on the research. When we talk about research have 2. One is research grant. Another one is publication. In research grant, we have like industrial research grant, international research grant, and also national research grant. For publication, we have many. For example, journals, we have proceedings, we have books, we have book chapters, we have reports, standards, policy, and all that. But each of these output have their weightage. So we weight more on the high impact journal publication, in Q1 or Q2 journals. Of course, in research grant, it is more difficult to get international grant and industrial grant. So they put more weight on that. The marks is much higher. So out of 100 marks, 36 is allocated for this research. Research, not researchers, research. Okay, so skip this. And how we monitor? Okay, at the monitoring level, Of course, when we want to boost our marks for this, we need to do a bit micro. When we do a bit micro, we need to do analysis on each of the criteria. Do we get full marks, each of these for each year? So I put a table there. So when we see a full blue, means we already achieve full. But when there are some empty spaces there, the white one, that one we need to improve. So there you see out of 62 criteria in the assessment, so we are still lacking in the lecturer who don't have this industrial grant. So from there we strategize how our lecturers can go out and go to the industry, pitch their project and ask their problem and get the industrial grant. So something like that. Okay. This just now section B is on the research, on the principal investigator, on the lecturers. Section C is for the publication and research grants. As you can see, many empty spaces there. Then we need to strategize and improve. Okay. Section D is on students. How many PhD students we can graduate? Ratio of PhD student graduated to the active academic staff. We need to keep a healthy number. Lecturer cannot supervise lots of students, so we have to balance it. And then how many postdoc that we hire? Okay. E is the innovation. So how we measure innovation is number of new inventions, technology innovation granted. So in terms of patents give the highest bar. Okay. Next, total number of innovations successfully developed into a product. Not only we file a patent, we also need to develop product that can be commercialized. So that also gives quite a big marks there. And then technology know-how. How much technology can we license to the industry? If we cannot sell, but we can license it, and they can pay to us every year. So these are on the innovation where we can generate income actually. So we don't only do research. When we do research, we have to imagine what is the end. What is the end? Means that when we do research, actually we want to make the research solve the problem, and if possible produce a prototype, and then we can file a patent and commercialize. So that's a full cycle of a healthy ecosystem for research. Okay. And section F is on the sustainability of income. How, as a public university, we cannot 100% depend on the government fund. As we know that the government fund is not sustainable. We cannot receive 100% fund. So each year they will slash our budget. So how are we going to cover the loss from the budget cut? So here maybe as an expert in the field, or as the person that is expert, they can conduct training courses to the student or to the industry, and then from there they can collect the registration fees from the participant and give back to the university. So this is how we can help the university to maintain their fund, their budget. And then also, of course, we can organize a conference. We can collect the registration fees from the participant. That also will give an income to the university. And consultation, yes, if you are visible to the industry, then of course industry will go to you and consult you on their project. And in return, we will give you income and to the lecturer and to the university. And if you're a big university like UI, you have hospital. Also UKM, UM, they have their own hospital. Our hospital is a public hospital, but those who can afford to pay, we can charge them. And then the university income mostly come from hospital. Like in UKM, we generate like more than half billion and 600 million ringgit every year from income from the hospital. So it can cover the salary, part of the salary of the staff. Lab services. Yesterday, or I think day before yesterday, Prof. Rosa, we visited UI's laboratories. And I can see UI have lots of state-of-the-art equipment, facilities like TEM, FSM, XPS. So that is how you can use that to generate income. Very nice. And then endowments. This is also you need to go to some public figure or successful businessman and asking them to give some funding. So this endowment, in return, we can help the student, giving waive for tuition fees or give them some living allowance to the student. So this is what we need to do in our university. Okay. Finally, this is section G is on the networking and linkages. This one, yes, of course, other than MOA, MOU, we must make sure that our research solve the problem at the industry and at community, and we can give back to the community. So all our research is hopefully we can go to the certain community, or we go to school and help in solving their problem, or improve their incomes, their living, their status of living, for example, or we can increase their income by applying our research outcome. Okay. And so from this, I list up those those criteria that is not yet filled, and then we can strategize. Okay, I give you final one. I will give you one example on how we can improve our research performance. The most important things which I can observe if we manage to get a research grant from industry, because a research grant from industry will give you many marks to the research performance. For example, lecturer A got an industrial grant for 3 years. 3 years research industry, but normally for industry grant, 3 years is too long. Normally they will maybe give you like 1 year. Okay, so from the research grant, we will get marks for the researcher who get the grants as the principal investigator. And then, of course, for project 3 years, each year they got 100K, 100 for each year. So it is not given in a full amount, but given 100K every year. And then, of course, from the grant, we can produce the publication. But when you publish a paper, a journal, from the industry, you need to put the affiliation of the industry, okay? Because this is how we can be visible more to the industry. Then also make sure we publish in a good journal, and then we can also publish a book. This is for section C, section C2. Of course, we will get marks from the amount that we receive from the industrial grant. And then from the research grant, we can hire a student. Then we hire a student, we pay some stipend to the student, and then we can get another marks. Okay, if you have more money, we can hire postdoc, we get another marks. Then from the research, of course, when you work with industry, they want patent. So we make an IP joint agreement together with the industry and file a patent. Then we get another marks. Okay, because of our expertise, we also can, organize training programs using our expertise, and then from there we can collect the registration fees from the participant. Then we'll also give another points to the assessment. And of course, when we work in industry, they got a lot of equipments that they can give to the university. That will give you another grants. And the most important thing is when you do research with industry, do not forget to make this agreement with industry, like MOA. So this will give you another point of grant. Okay. So last but not least, these are the distribution of the output of research or equation on how we give each of the output of the research to the lecturers. For example, each of the lecturers need to publish 1 or 2 journal, and in that journal, the journal should be at the level of international, also involving the industry and writing together with the peers from the same country. And then those who cannot write journal, we can also have lecturers who can write proceedings. And oops, can you go back? So other than journals, we also need to publish books, research book, and then book chapters, policy papers, and some other technical reports. So we really need to make sure that each of the lecturers contribute in publication, not necessarily in research grant, not necessarily in a journal. If they cannot publish a journal, maybe they can write policy papers. If they cannot write policy papers, of course, maybe they can write proceedings. Or if you're from science social, maybe you can write books or book chapters. So that is how we strategize in order to fulfill all of these criteria given by the ministry. And also not to forget, as the university, you have your own motto, or you have your own priority. That also we need to fulfill. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Ambri, for the very comprehensive presentation. I already have a question from myself. So in the target, maybe in the first few slides in your presentations, you mentioned about the number of publications. Target, for example, 2020 something, 2022, something like that, I forget. But how did you divide? I know you have a target, right, in the university. For example, in this year, we should have certain number of publications. And how did you divide it by the faculty members? Is it like just the number of target divided by the number of staff, or
Okay.
or maybe you have like a weighting factor? For example, here in this university, in some professors, for example, from Faculty of Science and Faculty of Medicines, maybe they have a very good performance.
Yes.
But if we say another faculty, I don't want to mention it, the performance is not good. So typically they don't like divide it directly for publication. How about in your university?
Thank you. Very good question, actually. It's a first question. So I'm responsible to cascade all these KPIs to the faculty because I'm working at the central in the university. Of course, we cannot average the numbers. It is not fair to them. We have to. We know that we have lecturers from science technology, we have lecturers from medicine, and also from science social business. Yeah. So we cannot say that each of the professors or lecturers need to publish 3 journals. It's not fair, and they cannot fulfill this. So we have to strategize. Certain faculty like MIPA, for example, or engineering, they can publish. journal. So we give each lecturers average 3. And then, of course, when we are at science, technology, or engineering, we cannot write policy papers. So that work policy papers we give to those from social science. They rewrite the policy papers. And then, of course, books. It's difficult for us in engineering to write the books. So also we give that to the Faculty of Economy, for example. So when we count together the total amount of KPI as a university, then we get that numbers. So when you give the KPI, we cannot give using the equation. It should have be some weightage to be taken care of.
And also, I surprised that from Professor Rozalina said that in the you have 300 professors, but you have 6,500 publications in 1 year. So if we just divide it, 6,000 divided by 300 is almost 20 papers per professor, right? So and also maybe the same for both of you. Do you have also teaching class, or you just do a research? Because it's for me it's like crazy.
Yes, I should say yes, because when I went for the interview and last professorship, my TNC said we have less professor because we wanted to make sure that our professor is really professor up to the level of global level. So in this case, we have to encourage students to, produce more. So that's why when you divide it, only about one professor is about 20 papers. So we have like, if in 1 year, like for example, my case, I have like about 8 PhD students. So 1 year, maybe they can produce 8 papers. So 8 papers in 1 year. By the time they graduated, 5 years, you should have like 40 papers. Wow. So it depends on student capability as well. Because some students, if the students are very good, then you might, like one of my PhD students, he just enroll and then he just do the simulation and then we can publish. It depends. But then if the students not so good, but it's our responsibility to encourage students to perform well in the research. And according to your question, that we have teaching, but as in a high center of excellence, we have only about per lecturers, we have only about 6 hours per week. We only have 6 hours per week teaching.
Very less.
Yes.
Thank you, Prof. Rosa. I want to add some more because 300 professors. I think for staff, maybe they like total like 2,000, bro. So total number of lecturers around 2,000, same like UKM. So 2,000 staff, they produce like 6,000 journals. But in UKM, we have 2,000 staff, we produce about 4,000 journals. So average is 2, average is 3 lah. So maybe you think it's crazy. Yes, it's crazy because, but we have some strategy for that. For example, in UKM, we have other than faculties, we have institute. Institute, we just supervise research, postgrad research, but we have some class. So our focus is 80% research, 20% teaching. For institute, research institute like Photonic Research Center, PRC, they are higher institution of center of excellence. Same like me, we are higher institution center of excellence. So we don't have, we have student, but the teaching load is not too high. But we have to produce 5, not 3, because we heavily concentrated on research, we need to produce 5 papers. Others, they can produce only 1 maybe. So it's not evenly distributed. So because we are SOE, we have all the resources. We have many PhD students. That's why we can produce more. Another thing is we need to collaborate and networking. Because, for example, if you have partners in Malaysia, maybe when we do publication, I can include you as the co-author in my paper. So here you can count it as your paper. So that's another strategy. And we can produce. Maybe UI, I asked professor, they said that UI got 4,000 lecturers. Maybe 4,000. So I'm not sure what is your target, but I think 8,000 is quite a good number and achievable for UI. How many publications you produce? You have 4,000 around.
For the year, we only have 2,000 Q1.
Oh, 2,000 Q1 is a lot. Is a good.
Yeah, but
the number of all journals.
Lot.
Yeah, 2,000 Q1 is okay.
The target.
Oh, target, yeah.
2 years ago, we passed 1,000.
But I'm sure this is one of the example what you are doing. You invite all the professors from overseas, yeah?
And also, I hope our boss is also here. So,
so that's why.
Because the problem is in Indonesia, we are getting paid for teaching, not for like doing research. Yeah, we will get the reward, but not so in compared to the teaching. So that's the main. How about in your university? If you publish more, then you will get the reward more.
Okay. For example, in UKM, if we publish, because cannot compare in last time, but because of the budget restriction, we got some monetary reward actually. For example, if we publish 1 Q1, we get
other than salary, right?
Other than salary, bonus. But we cannot put that money in our pocket. That money is used as a research grant.
Oh, so it's not salary.
Not salary, but research grant you can use to pay student. You can use to pay processing charges for your article. Whatever related to your research, you can use, but it's not a pocket money. In the old days, it can be a pocket money. Okay, but nowadays they will not transfer you the money. Put in your research grant. You can use to do characterization, or pay your journals, or pay your students, or go to the conference, or something like that. Yes, of course, there's a reward, but I think from next year's no more reward. So if you publish, you get nothing actually because of the budget restriction. And nowadays we have make it. It's not a special, special no more special because everybody publish. It is being a culture. It's a culture. Yeah, I think no more reward for publication. No more. For starters, it's good, okay, but it's not sustainable. But after many years, and if you find you already get the numbers already there, you have the quantum, so you can remove the incentive. No more, no need to. But this morning we went to Brin in Serpong. And I asked them, yes, when they do characterization, they need to pay. They need to pay. Then they said they use their credits. Yes. That credit comes from publication. That's one of the good idea for me. I can implement in Malaysia. If you publish, you don't get money, but you get credit to do characterization. That also will, in return, will help you in doing your research. That is good initiative. I'm not sure in UI what is you get incentive for publication?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But very small salary.
Okay. Okay, it's okay. So yes, but actually in Malaysia they already slowly remove all these incentive.
But it was there, right?
It was there, for I think 5-6 years, and we see the number of publication increase. Yeah. So when we have the quantum, then we can focus on the impactful publication. Okay, slowly removing all the incentive.
Thank you very much. Is there any question from student? Maybe Pak Seno?
Sorry, students.
You have a question? You also a researcher here. student?
Not necessarily research. In your academics also,
Yeah.
you can ask. We have Pro Rosa, me.
Kuliah di UKM misalnya?
Not so young lecturers, no more.
Yo, okay.
Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon, Prof. Ambri and Pak Syahriel. First of all, thank you for the presentation. I'm so interested to see it. So my name Mohamed Atala. You can call me Ata. So I have a basic question about UKM. The first question is there an Indonesia student community and support system for foreign students? Thank you.
I can answer this. A lot.
Thank you. We not only have students, we have a lot of Indonesian students. I myself have Indonesian students as well. And my friend, my colleagues, we have two professors, Indonesian professors in my department, Prof. Rajas and Prof. Dimril. So they've been there like more than 20 years already, and now they're becoming professors. Okay. Most of our international students from Indonesia actually, and not only two lah. In other department also we have some other professors from Indonesia. Living cost is okay. The environment is good because we are neighbors. Yeah. So and also I think you are quite interested to come to UKM. Welcome, because we have some attachment program, but this you can email direct to your intended course or supervisor, depending on the project that you propose or anything that you want to experience in UKM. We also have the hostel for student. It's quite cheap. One day you have to pay like 10 ringgit Malaysia. 10 ringgit Malaysia berapa? 180,000 itu. Kan sekitar. Ya. Tapi it's a fully equipped hostel and the food is not expensive as outside. Okay. I think quite similar to here. More a little bit higher. Other than that, am I answering your question? Okay.
Yeah, in Malaysia, I know there is in Bahasa Persatuan Pelajar Indonesia (PPI). Yeah. There are many students in Malaysia, so don't worry about that.
Di UM pun lagi ramai kot. Kan ada UM. Dari segi bahasa tak ada masalah. Okay.
Is there any other question? Yeah. CB, please.
Okay. Thank you for the presentation, I guess. I also can read, right? Just still can read. Saya tulis pertanyaan biar cakap bagus sedikit. As an undergraduate student, I know that postgraduate studies here Kak University Malaya dan Kak University Kebangsaan Malaysia focus more on independent research. Saya rasa tadi section A, rather than classroom theory. How does the university support new students so we can adapt quickly and maintain a high research performance?
S2-nya fokus research gimana aja biasa kita full teori dan
Okay. In Malaysian system for the master, is it like by research or by course?
Okay. For master, we have mixed mode and also we have full research mode. Okay. So it depends on your choice. Okay. Master is like for mixed mode is 1 year, I think.
1 year.
Kan, Rosa, 1 year, and for research 2 years.
Oh,
but
for research 2 years.
for research 2 years. And you need to publish one for UKM lah. You need to publish one index journal in Scopus or WAS as part of the requirement to graduate.
For both system. I mean, for the
For mixed mode, no need.
Oh,
But for research,
for
it's
research,
compulsory.
mandatory.
Mandatory, yes. Okay.
Pakai bahasa aja kalau bingung.
Iya, saya.
Apa?
Oke, seberapa mudah karena semisal kita ingin melakukan penelitian di interdisciplinary, karena banyak fakultas juga kan di UM maupun UKM dan lain sebagainya. Apalagi ini full research, ya sesimpel itu.
Sih kalau master udah spesifik sih mau
Udah.
ngerjain apa. CB mau apa? Fisika medis.
Ya, basically AI dan
medical physics in UK.
Oh, medical physics or nuclear medicine.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Nuclear medicine. We have in Faculty of Science Technology, we have nuclear department.
Nuclear medicine.
Most of them work in the hospital.
I see. To be a medical physicist.
All those radioisotope therapies.
We
They have. Also in USM.
USM,
the-
Science
If
Malaysia.
you want to do postgrad in medical nuclear, USM.
USM.
That's also that program special.
Thank you.
Ada lagi?
Mahasiswa, mahasiswi.
Kamu lagi?
Hello again. So my second question is, in an era of AI development, how can UKM ensure that student retain skill relevant to industry needs? Thank you.
How can UKM support student in this AI era? Yeah, for the industry. Yeah, of course. In UKM, we have like internship program at the industry, and of course, our current focus is on these three area, which is AI, quantum, and semiconductor. So AI for AI tools, for example, you can subscribe to LLM. And then also we have the Gemini Pro. All of these tools, AI tools, we subscribe, and also student can use it. Yeah, so that is part of the things that we can support the AI ecosystem. Another thing is currently we are engaging with MIT, Massachusetts Technology, a special program for all the undergraduate student as one has to take professional certification program for AI. So that is part of the things that UKM support to prepare our student when they go to the industry, they can apply this AI technology to their works. Okay. Semua fizik ya, fizik. Kimia ada. Fisika semuanya. Oh, semua Einstein lah. Ya, sila.
Excuse me. My name is Raditya Prabhaswara. I am from the Department of Physics. I'm just curious with the Myra system, especially with the context that Professor Rozalina gave, that she only had to work 6 hours as a lecturer. Is there any are there any negative drawbacks regarding the limited time in lecturers actually teaching the classes with the explicit focus on research?
Okay.
Thank you.
That's a good question. Maybe now our fellows is asking because of this moral assessment. He sees that we are doing a lot of research rather than teaching, isn't it? But actually, teaching is our core business, and research is secondary. But our university has been given the status of research university. So we have to balance that. Teaching, we cannot compromise. We need to teach. Okay, but the good thing is we can incorporate our research knowledge, our latest knowledge in our research, and we can convey to the student where they can go to the industry, especially in semiconductor nowadays. They are moving so fast. Okay, so you get the fresh knowledge, you get the fresh solution where we do research, and also the lecturers will involve student as well. I'm sure as S1 you need to do some research as well for a final year project. So that's why I think maybe you can see we are burdened with the research works. We need to publish. But I think that's a good training. That will be a good space for you to train as well. So when we write a paper, we also will involve student, and we can teach you how to write a constructive argument or constructive discussion in order to complete the paper. So we should think positively about the things that we do. This, whatever we do research. We want to apply that research in the teaching, learning and teaching process with the student.
So the act of research itself is learning by doing.
Yes.
That's the focus.
Yeah. Because whatever you learn in the university, actually, you cannot 100% apply when you go to industry. The things that we apply is how we think critically based on the problem that we face when we do research. Okay? Question? Got question? No?
Yeah, the system is like quite different. Here, typically for the lecture, we have like 12 credits.
12 credits.
Yeah, 12 credits.
1 week teaching.
So it's, I don't know, it's equivalent to in Malaysian system. I don't know. By the way,
So how many hours you teach per day?
It depends actually, but I don't know what is the definitions of 1 credit in Malaysia. Is it same? Is it equivalent to 3 hours?
3 hours, like 3 credit hours means like 3 hours per week. So normally, like one lecturer, if in physics department in comparison with ICOE, in physics department they're gonna have like 2 courses. So means like 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours. So depends. Maybe the class gonna one class will start 1.5 hours, and another class is 1.5 hours. So yeah, 1.5 hours.
Almost the same. Yeah.
Yeah, similar.
But 12 mandatory.
Yeah.
12. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's right. 2 full days, yeah, around 2.5 maybe. Yes, yes, that's difficult. Because we are getting paid for teaching, not for
Teaching,
yeah,
teaching,
that's
yeah.
the main difference too. But I will tell our boss for this.
Yes, please, yeah.
Maybe you need to reduce the teaching.
Exactly, and then reduce also salary. Because we are getting paid because of the teaching.
Because of, I think ranking is not included teaching. For ranking, you have another thing that is more easy to evaluate.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You need to seek a balance between those. I think they cannot just pay you based on teaching, because I think research also will contribute to teaching.
Time.
Yes. So maybe that's why I think the HODs need to be here today. But anyway, I will talk to Prof Vivi
Yeah.
about this.
She is the boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ada pertanyaan lagi, teman-teman? By the way, in Malaysia, is there any like in Indonesia we have like from the government scholarship for foreign to study in Indonesia? Do you also have? And how can we get this kind of information? Is there any website?
There's a special scholarship for the foreign
Catat. Yeah.
special scholarship for students who want to further studies in S2 and S3. Not only from Indonesia, from other countries as well. You go to the website, Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia. And then first thing you need to do is you contact the host supervisor. If he has, you have some interest in their topics, you need to know your supervisor, and they will guide you for the application. You need the support letter from the supervisor. So as for master and PhD, there are scholarship for you to go there. Other than using the Ministry of Higher Education scholarship, maybe you can contact direct to the supervisor who has research grant, because we are allowed to hire foreign student as well for the project.
Very nice system. Yeah.
In Indonesia, I think same things apply.
From the research money, I don't think so.
Cannot.
We
Okay.
cannot. But from the government, we have.
Yes, our government says that we can appoint foreign student not more than 50%. We use research money from the government, not more than 50%. So we at RMC we control the ratio. As of now, for example, in UKM, we only have like 20% foreign student when we give the salary using research grant. So means that there's still more we can give.
And then for that kind of research money, is it enough for living in Malaysia?
For master student, you can get 2,600, and for PhD, you can get 3,000. So I think if you stay in the hostel, in the campus, it's
more than enough. Yeah.
It's enough.
Yeah.
Enough. Maybe after that you can do part-time job. But I myself, when I was a student, I do part-time job because I want to learn. I studied in overseas, in Japan. So I do part-time job. Yeah, to study the language, to mingle with the others, to get experience. But of course, our study need to be prioritized first, lah. I actually got enough scholarship already.
Aru Baito, ya? Baito, ya?
Baito. Oh, you know, huh?
Okay. So
But that teaches a lot, isn't it?
You got a scholarship from kerajaan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Ada pertanyaan lagi, teman-teman? Atau kalau tidak ada, gimana? Ada pertanyaan di Zoom? Okay, if there is no other question, then let's close this session. Thank you very much once again, Prof. Ambri, Prof. Rozalina. Thank you very much. And we have souvenir, omiyage, Cindramata dari Indonesia, and we invite boats or is there? Boleh satu-satu. Ya. Ya.
Prof. Rozalina, we would like to give a little bit of souvenir and certificate. And one more for Professor Dr. Ambri Mohamed.
Okay, for the audience, thank you very much for coming. Besok datang lagi ya. Besok ada tentang keteknikan nah, imaging ya sama Raman sepertinya. Raman kayak gitu. Yuk foto bareng, yuk maju ke depan. Let's